Choo choo, guys. The first vlog for the year. Continuing on. The vlogging's now continue on for this year, 2026. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, by the way, guys. We are at the Railway Museum, located in my state where I live in, South Australia, Adelaide. But yeah, I was actually hoping for me to grab a tour guide, and I did ring up yesterday and I didn't really get let down, but there's very limited staff is what you can see back in when I filmed in the aviation museum. Yeah, I had the guy there and I paid him a good tip when he showed me out. Check out that video, guys, there when I had the guy showed me around the aviation museum. It was brilliant. It's more helpful because when I go to a museum, as what you guys know, I do love my history and also filming in different countries, which is also coming up. I also like to, just to read up a bit more information, and that way I get, it's not boring you guys out. But we are going to wing it here. It's probably going to be a 20, maybe a 30-minute vlog here. I'll just give you a good glimpse of what this place is like, guys. If you are here in South Australia or you're going to come visit Adelaide, or when you want to do some museums, we've got three. There's called the Maritime Museum, then there's the Railway Museum, which I'm at now, or National Railway Museum, and then you've got the aviation. So if you're in your planes or your trains or you're into your ships, the ships of the Maritime, like the old cruise ship, or not cruise ship, but old wooden ships and stuff they found from the oceans and whichever. A lot of history. You can do that, or the railway. And I've always been into, I've always been a railway and aviation enthusiast, as you know me, guys. But yeah, this is the unfortunately we can't go any further, but yeah, this is where all the trains used to come in, and it's all kept original. And this house here, I've just spoken to train coming. I've just spoken to a guy named Steve. He works here as a volunteer. But yeah, they had the red hens, and if you don't know what a red hen, it was one of the, pretty much not the first trains, but it was one of the, probably the first luxurious train they had running in South Australia, Adelaide. And why they call it a red hen is because, well, it's red and it's run diesel and it's smelly, and manual opening doors, you can open them yourself, and air used to come through. It was brilliant. I used to ride them as a kid. They have them here, but unfortunately not on display. The only way you get to see them is you go into this little train that goes around the yard. So we might even hop on that and get a glimpse of the red hen and show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, this I called it the house, but it's not a house. It's more like a control room. And believe it or not, guys, this red one here is actually the original. Even got a train cart here. How cool is that? All left, you know what I mean? All original. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what this one is. If that was a real train or that was just built as a replica, I'm not too sure. But yeah, this was actually a original control room. Look how small it is. And the reason I know it's a control room is because they had the phone cable going up from the pole. You can see the pole there, and used to go across to wherever to get power. So they can keep contact with the other control rooms when trains are coming and bypassing. But yeah, to me it looks like an old bush toilet. I mean, look how small it is. You'd be lucky to fit one person in there. But yeah, anyway, guys, entry fee is $20 for a person, and you're limited everything. Like everything's unlimited, should I say? But we do have to watch for any trains coming past. We're so clear. We're clear so far. So we're gonna go in here. Now this is, I believe, this is where they store all the old trains. I don't know about steam trains. I haven't been in here, guys. This is all new to me. And that's what I said. It's gonna, well, they do have steam trains. I've just seen it. Pretty much I'm gonna be limited of information I'm gonna give to you guys, but I'm gonna try my hardest because yeah, I just didn't really want to wait for it to organize a tour guide and get in here, and you know what I mean. But check out these I guess what they call them is, wow, the wheels. If you guys know more of the behind history of like steam trains and trains and stuff like that and the railways, yeah, is there a specific name for these things? And that's where I find it easier if I had a guide. But yeah, I'm probably sure there's more of a name, just a wheel. I call it the wheel because it's the wheel that turns around. But yeah, check out this, guys. This is what's all included when you go into the museum. How's this for history? And I absolutely do. I love steam trains. Like, I've always been right into steam trains, you know, the amounts of pressure. It's like a steam train to me is, wait, we've got to buy a ticket. Excuse me, sir, one ticket to Singapore? Nope, okay. Jokes around. Yeah, this must be obviously an old ticket office. But yeah, no train rides. But how's this? This is where they used to ride from. Mount Gambier, Loxton, Waikerie, Kingston, Melbourne, Tailem Bend, Victor Harbour. This is all in South Australia, guys. Kapunda, Chuga, Broken Hill, Tawawi, I think they, Moonta, Wellington, and then Gladstone. So yeah, all those places are still obviously operational, but the trains don't run to them. But how cool is this? Like even the little steam train. And I know these do ones. They still have these miniature ride-on steam trains. But yeah, these are quite amazing. Like for engineers to build these things, it's amazing. Look at it. All the little parts, if you know what I mean. Check that out. I wouldn't even know where to start if I was going to start one of these up. You know, you got to build up pressure, and it's like a kettle, isn't it? But I love this. This is awesome. I'll get you guys. I'll keep quiet for a bit, and it gives you guys just a good view of what's included. It's a shame that I can't climb in there. But yeah, even on a warm day, guys, I am I'm on the flip-flops here. You could imagine climbing on these things, you know what I mean? It's quite a long step in it. So you've got obviously one foot, the other one. You know, you wouldn't want to slip off because it is quite high. There's a platform, and look how high that is. You know what I mean? So this was the steam locomotive G1, I guess built in 1989. There's a lot of history behind it. I mean, I'm not just going to sit there and read the boards. That makes it hard because it's easy when I have a tour guide, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think this old girl here is, I think she's from what I've been told from Steve, good working horse. Yeah, that's amazing. But we can walk around this way. It's a shame that you can't go in, or maybe you can. I think there might be a step ladder up here. But yeah, I just wanted to, as you know me guys, I do want to just put a bit more history in the first vlog for 2026. And I did say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, didn't I? Yes, I did. So you got all these windows here, guys, of just history stuff. I have no idea what that is. Maybe trophies. The train driver's dinner or something maybe in there. And then the uniform. Amazing. I got to be quiet, I think. How cool is this? Remember the train we went on from Da Nang to Hanoi? It actually seems just like it with the hallways, you know what I mean? And I really did enjoy that ride. It was brilliant. I don't know if there were rooms and they've just been barred up. I'm not too sure. Oh, maybe they were. Oh, no way. Check this out. So this would have been the kitchen. Yeah, this is where Gordon Ramsay worked. Jokes aside again, guys. Enough of the jokes, Mr. Beano. But yeah, I guess this is where all the chefs worked and made all the meals for all the passengers on board. And then they would pass the meals through here, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's amazing. cool is this? I love the timber. The timber or the wood, I think there was a name for it. And this is where the dining. I don't know if this is, wow, it does smell original. Now, I don't know if it is because maybe this is the smell of the train, the wood, the timbers, the oak. I think maybe oak, whatever it is. But yeah, the smell of it's awesome. To me, it smells original. But I don't know if all these tables and chairs are original. Maybe they're being restored, who knows? But the amount of work that goes in here is amazing. So that door there would go through to the main front steam train. So I guess it wouldn't be the captain, it would be the locomotive driver who was in charge. If he wanted to come through and come for a meal, they can pass meals and go through that door. But you can imagine the steam and water sprays and the wind. You know what I mean? You would not want to fall off. If that was me, I'd probably be dropping meals. But yeah, how cool is this? So you got a restroom here as well. Oh, it's a shame. You can't even go in there. Bathroom. But yeah, I'm guessing these would all be covered like with those curtains type thing. Safety back then, guys. Yeah, safety back then it wasn't a big thing as what we do now when we go onto transport. But yeah, how cool is this? You know, sitting back in the 1980s or, you know, the 1700s.
Positioning in these new carriages makes the journey so much more bearable.
You know, having a cigar and a port or a wine or, you know, a Jack Daniels on ice, you know, this is where you'd be sitting with a cigar, you know what I mean? Going to your destination, guys. But yeah, how cool is this? So if I do have time for another vlog, because I do have a lot more things coming up, yeah, I'm going to end up coming back here and speaking to a lady called, I think her name is Gabby, and hopefully she can obviously show me around. There is a chance she may ever get me into there's like a little model railway train track thing, and we can probably go in there a bit after. But yeah, anyway guys, what I was saying is yeah, Gabby, if I come back here within next week or something, she can obviously maybe perhaps get me into some parts that people can't get to, you know what I mean? Because I'm a YouTuber, it might be a little bit special, you know, if I pay her a tip or something like that, and she can show me a bit more stuff that's not available to the public. Yeah. Oh, how cool is this, guys? No way. Now this even just gets better and better. All right, here we go. Got the controls. Let me just. So we got all the heaters. All right. No, it's not working. Okay, lights. Okay, yeah, so forward it is. There you go, guys, I am driving a train. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. Yeah, alright. So front aside. So this is what you can do, guys. Bring the kids down. Oh man, this is what I wanted to see. So what I was saying, in the watchtower, that white, I called it the White House, but it's not. It was the spotting room, and this is where they had all the cables to change the tracks. Now, from what I know in history, guys, the guy that had the job to do that, you know what I mean? He had to make sure that he was keeping track of all the trains. It's like planes, isn't it? You know, been in a watchtower for your aircrafts, you know, planes coming, going and landing and all that. I guess it takes as one stuffer, because if one ignores another aircraft, they can collide. And it's the same with the trains. If there doesn't track, well, they're going to get head on, aren't they? So I guess the guy who had that job, I tell you what, I take my hat off to him, because yeah, you just it's one of those jobs that you really got to keep an eye on. You know what I mean? You got to keep on track. But this is all included, guys. All this is all on display. Even the old phone line. They used to keep contact, you know, with the control tower or the control box. Old switches, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I guess it works the same way as aviation. This is just awesome, guys. Really, it's a lot. You do come here, you are going to get your money's worth. $20, seriously, and it's not much. I don't think we can go in here. No. It's locked. Benno does not have access. It was like a, I don't know, it looks like an engine room maybe. I'm not too sure what went in there. Okay, it was called the relay van. So little stove in there, tap, maybe for staff so they can relax and cook, whichever. Another steam train, guys, not as big as the other one up front we've just seen, but still high up, you know what I mean? You wouldn't, that's why you have to wear shoes. You wouldn't want to be someone like me that wear flip-flops. All the old controls, you know what I mean? Powered, steam, water. It's amazing. I've actually seen these things explode. Okay, they've put a dog in a box. Okay, Rusty. Okay, Rusty. Yes, he's not happy in there. Oh, this is where you would buy food, I'm guessing. Yeah. Unreal. Cornflakes. It's unreal. It's amazing. Yeah, so you can go into trains, most carriages, guys. But yeah, you're very unlimited. You're obviously limited on most trains. You just can't go into any train you see. You know what I mean? Stuff like this, I guess you can walk up, but you just can't go in them. If you know what I mean. If you go back and check out my video, guys, on the channel, the St Kilda Tram Museum is what I filmed, and a lot of them were just like the old carriages and the old trams like these, and the old wooden seats and everything else is what they had. And that was comfort back then, back in the 1970s, 1980s. That's what we had. Check out this bad boy. Like I said, guys, I don't know too much about steam trains, but wow, this thing is just massive. Look at the I guess the wheel rods, I guess what they call these things, I don't know. Once again, guys, comment below if you know a lot more than what I do about trains. What are the names for these things, you know what I mean? Yeah, this one here is this is a big boy. This is just huge. I mean, look how long it is. It's even got another section to the front where they would put the coal, I guess, in there. Normally the coal goes at the back, which is they do have another one, so I don't know what this is, like a second engine that's actually attached to this train. I mean, look at the sheer size of this thing. Unreal. The solid steel, guys. They don't make trains like this anymore, if you know what I mean. Even this old thing here, you know what I mean? It's just, there is, I know in South Australia there is one place that do have these trains going, or one of the steam trains, and it's Victor Harbour. So like I said, if you do travel, guys, or if you are in South Australia, you probably know about it, but if you want to come to Adelaide, South Australia, and you're going to visit, yeah, go to Victor Harbour, and I know they have a steam train there. Oh, it's a shame I just can't get in there. check out the old controls, and they don't look old neither. They don't look like they could function again. That'd be like this lever here that runs through. That on earth, that would be like for the brakes. I have no idea, like I said, guys, I have no idea how to control. You could even see like the old oil leaks and rust, if that was kept to the original. And obviously loading up all the suitcases, the old suitcases we used to have, you know what I mean? Way before my time. And I'm not that old. Wow, okay. This is where you want to get drunk, guys. You go in there and smoke your cigar and drink your whiskey, as what the passengers did. And check out the bedding. Wow. Yeah, I would really love to find somewhere that had to see these running and do an overnight cruise. Is what we did. Like I said, I really enjoyed the train ride from Da Nang to Hanoi back in my Vietnam trip. And don't worry, I'd definitely do that again, even a longer trip. That was my first ever overnight adventure train ride, sleeping, you know what I mean? And I really did enjoy it. It was good. I slept like a log. The train rattles. Oh, look out! I mean, I love these globes. The massive globes. You know, you see these things run. The smell of the steam, the smell of the coal. But it'd be definitely a lot. It's hard work to drive these things, and that's where they load all the coal, guys. They would load that, and then two guys, from what I know, two guys will be in here. One operator, normally this side, and then obviously the other one shoveling all the coal into the firebox. See, I do know a little bit of history, but not too much. I know hopefully I'm gonna get a lot more comments on this video, guys. Keep the comments. That's one thing I always mention in my vlogs, guys. I don't get enough comments, and I don't know why. But yeah, comments would be good.
The boiler pressure gauge towards the top of the cabin, above the boiler, indicates the steam pressure in the boiler.
Now when you see this, guys, you were thinking a wooden box. Now, no, it's not towed by a train. That's just impossible because of the small wheels here. It's actually a coffin. Now, because when I seen it, I thought there's no way that could be in a coffin, but yeah, that's actually been a used coffin. No, I'm not even going to dare to open it. I do not want to be haunted for the rest of my life. But yeah, I guess they would have the rather the horse cart, or maybe, yeah, I think maybe they just lifted it from here and they just walked to the cemetery. Gives you a glimpse, guys, of what these massive 6-cylinder 4-stroke, yeah, diesel engines. I mean, these things are just like hard working horses, if you know what I mean. In between, guys, I'm also taking a lot of snaps. Well, I'll probably end up loading on to my Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. My TikTok is really going absolutely well. My Facebook and Instagram, well, it's slow, but it's getting there. Thanks to you guys, it's definitely getting there. Wow, another control room. And that looks clean, man. That looks absolutely clean. Why can't they run these things? That's what amazes me. You know what I mean? Why can't why can't these things operate no more? I guess it's all comfort, isn't it? You know what I mean? Stylish air conditioning, heating is what all the trains they have now. You know, it's all about style and comfort. I would rather these, to be honest. Yeah, so you've just got rows and rows and rows of these steam trains now. I believe this is the only main shed with steam, and I do have the other ones of the hard-working diesel locomotives, guys. So there's heaps of trains. It's not just steam trains. You got your freight trains and everything else. Yeah, but I think this one here would have to be the absolute biggest, or the other side. But yeah, the sheer size of these things is just huge. I might even eventually, a few more minutes, guys. I know you guys are probably not able to get on TikTok because after seeing this video, but I do go on TikTok live. That way you guys get a chance to go on YouTube at the same time, because I'll have my camera on. So I might even do that just in a moment and go on TikTok and see if we can find anyone that wants to come on and go on YouTube. Oh man, once again, no access. And it's locked. Of course, everything's locked. The smells of these guys, it's brilliant. Like the leather and the material and the timbers. Oh, it smells brilliant. It's to me, it smells like history. Yeah. Wow, check out this bad boy. Here you go, guys. You probably know, I did mention, if there's anyone watching this content, thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah, please name and comment below, what is the biggest steam locomotive ever built? Was it the big boy, I think? Quote me if I'm wrong, but yeah, comment below, guys. What was the biggest steam locomotive they ever built? Does it still run? Is it in a museum? Where is it located? Maybe we can go film it. But check out this thing here. Wow. Doesn't look too much on camera, guys, but this thing is just huge. And the lights come on. Alright guys, now we're doing a double. So now we are on YouTube and on TikTok. So yeah, anyone basically getting on TikTok is obviously going to have a chance to go on YouTube at the same time. Alright guys, I'm still on TikTok live. It's so hard to film with two cameras, but what did catch my eye is this one here, which I did show on TikTok. Yeah, the Combank. So they did have they had a bank on trains. Now what I was mentioning to the viewers on TikTok, guys, now it all makes sense. You know, you watch the old Western movies and stuff like that, and the old, even when you read back history, when the old I guess what they call it, cowboys or people, you know, people on horses and stuff, and they would take over the train, you know what I mean? And it wasn't to rob people or take their dinner and take their chicken on a plate, you know what I mean? No, it was to rob the bank, you know, a bank on wheels, basically, on railway. I guess they would call it shillings back then, or coins, you know, or dollars, whichever. I don't know how much they used to carry, but I mean, back then, you know, even if it was 500, say $500, whatever, that would have been a lot back then. They would probably like close to $1 million today. Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, and I wonder why now. It makes sense why the trains got robbed. All right, guys, the show must continue on. Just taking quite a few snaps from my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So go check it out also. Yeah, so leaving the steam room locomotive. All right, nice. Now this is obviously a section where, oh, in different lights and stuff. How cool is that? And this is the ride-on train. It's also included, guys. Check out this. The yeah, steam locomotive that you can obviously take around and goes around the whole track, and you get to see like the red hens and stuff. Yeah, because there is some trains, like the guys did say, that you can't see like we do in this shed here, which is a shame, because I was really fascinated to go see the red hen, and I did mention that in the beginning of this vlog, guys. Yeah, the red hen was an old train I used to ride as a kid. No, brilliant. Even these old ones here, they're no longer used. Wow, This thing has seen better days. I guess they leave them out the weather and that's it. The ones in there, they're all being restored, and I guess the rust cut out and welded and everything else to restore and keep it as well, unrusty conditions as possible. But yeah, when that comes to stuff like this, I mean, you can see the weathers really start to get onto it, you know what I mean? That is welded shut. Yeah, check out the rust marks. I wouldn't want to touch that. Even though I do have my tetanus shots, but I am not going to risk it for the biscuit. We're going to go over here, guys. Check out this thing. I don't know what that is, and that is the problem, because I don't have a tour guide. I don't know what this thing was used for. Maybe perhaps there's like a crane of type. I really have to watch where I'm walking here. I'm in the old Australian flip-flops because it's quite warm here, guys. But I am due for new flip-flops, new thongs, should I say. Wow, I used to ride these as a kid, as just a normal everyday train, what we had. But now they've got the new ones. Technology, guys, comfort, like I said. I prefer old school. Yeah, I forgot the name of these trains. One of the guys did mention it, the name of these ones. But I forgot the name of them. But yeah, they no longer use these ones, guys. These have retired. And then they're technically not even that old, to be honest. Unreal. It's amazing, yeah, being, and you know, normally you're up platform height. But yeah, being down here is amazing. You can see how the sheer size of them, they're quite tall. Now that's where the controller, or the conductor, yeah, I guess the train controller, the driver, should I say, get your words right, Benno. Yeah, he used to sit up there. Normally the trains now are up this window, but yeah, years ago they used to sit up there. What a view that would have been. I guess the higher you are, the more view you have, you know what I mean, to see what's going on and ahead of you. Wow, this thing has seen better days. Wow, these thongs I'm wearing, guys, they've definitely lost their expiry date, because these rocks are killing my feet. Oh well, I'm gonna have to tough it out. Harden up, Mr. Benno, or Mr. Bino, as what people call me on TikTok. Love it. Oh wow, I don't even know if I'm even allowed in here, but we are. Until we get in trouble. Wow, this is an old platform. This is cool. Wow, I guess this is not a steam train. It looks like a steam train. I'm guessing this would be diesel, guys. How cool is this? And all the old carts and stuff to wheel around luggage. Amazing. I don't know if you can see in there, guys, but yeah, it does look like it was steam, because that's where they load all the coal. But yeah, it's weird. It looks like a diesel, run by diesel, but yeah, I don't think so. Second class, non-smoking. Once again, can't go in there, everything's locked. Wow, the smell of it. Once again, you come to this place, guys, you can just smell the history. And when I say that, you can smell the old leathers and the old materials and what they had. The new trains, I would have to admit, they stink. That's my opinion anyway. But yeah, check out the, I think this is like a diner room. It looked like a pool table at first, but that's where they, yeah, all the passengers, they just sit in here and eat their classy dinners. Whatever they had in the menu, probably mashed potato and sausages. And then they're obviously cabins, there's second class. I wonder what first class is. So I guess they never had first class, or maybe it was the cabin up there we missed, because no, this is second. And I guess if you're naughty, guys, this is where they would stick you. I don't know, bars on the windows. I have no idea. Yeah, don't know why I'm trying to open doors here, because I really want to see inside. I'm probably not allowed to, but yeah, it's all locked. But yeah, they got bars in the windows, so I don't know if it was a guard. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe it was a jail. I know they did have, going back looking a bit of history, and that's what I should have done before I come here. But yeah, I know they did have jails on trains, because if they had, well, if someone did something wrong, and you break the law and everything like that, you would get locked up. Oh, okay, so there's your old diesel locomotive. Yeah, this is the ones I do love. So these ones are all retired, guys. And you do have to be careful, because a lot of these trains had, I think they call asbestos. You guys might know what asbestos is, and if you don't want to know what asbestos is, it was that material they used years ago. Yeah, and if, you know, a lot of old houses and trains and stuff, they used asbestos boards or whatever. Now these days, you know, if you cut through it, they never thought it back then, but I know if you cut through it now, you get cancer. And if you get the fibers into your lungs because you've cut through asbestos, you guys will probably know. Comment below if you know anyone that's been affected by asbestos, and it's a nasty cancer, guys. We're gonna go back this way. But yeah, it's there's no cure for it. You know what I mean? You work on an old home, you cover up. But yeah, quite deadly and quite nasty, guys. You do not want that. Yeah, so walking back this way, guys. But yeah, going back to that green one, it had bars in the window. It was rather a bank, another bank they used to cart with, obviously, money going from town to town. Whether the trains go from town to town or state to state or whichever, or country to country, I don't know, but I guess they cart around money. So I guess they, you know, one bank needs more, one bank needs a transfer, you know what I mean? Or two, it might have been a jail for the naughty people on board. You know, if you've done the wrong thing, you go to the jail. This is brilliant. Yeah, so they don't have first class. That was second. Maybe second class was the first class back then. I don't know. Doesn't seem right, but we're going to go on the other side, guys. And this one, I think there's another few locomotives I want to check out. Plenty more to see. Now, I'm not too sure where this one came from. I haven't, to be honest, don't think I've ever seen this run in this country of Australia, but apparently it is. It's called Australian National. So maybe it was a travelling train, maybe going from maybe Adelaide all the way up to Darwin or Alice Springs, perhaps. I have no idea. But yeah, you can't get inside. It's all padlocked. When I was speaking to the guy named Steve, he was fantastic. He did mention, yeah, you come on special occasions and special days and special months, and what they call History Week. Yeah, and they do open a lot more. This is another shed, guys. Yeah, they do open a lot more sheds to show you. Oh wow. Okay, so this is more steam locomotives. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize how big this place is. This is just huge. But you guys already seen steam trains. I don't want to bore you out. We want to see some more diesel locomotives like this thing here. Yeah, look at the sheer size of this thing. Could you imagine this thing just coming towards you if you're stuck in a car? That thing is just not going to stop. Would I even think of like something like that? Show me new, Mr. Benny. That's a small one. Yeah, it is a real shame, guys, that I guess I can put you guys in there. Gives you an idea. Gives you an idea, guys, what goes inside. It's amazing. You guys get the advantage of going inside. I don't. I do not want to drop my camera. I'll be doomed. All right. Yeah. I guess they shut them for a reason. They want to keep them as clean as possible. like I mentioned, guys, when I speak to the staff member, they do, yeah, special occasions, they do open a lot of the steam locomotives and the trains, and you get to go inside and have a look at the control rooms, and you know what I mean. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to come back here maybe middle of the year. I think in April, May, they said I think they do it. Love these old globes, or these old lamps. Check out these things. Stuff that you just can't replace anymore, if you know what I mean. Parts would be speed. It's amazing where they get parts from, you know what I mean. Another massive diesel. Check out the size of those horns, guys. I love stuff like that. Sorry, no cab access. Yeah, can't go up there. I'm sure you guys have heard of the old saying, the old working horses, and that's what my old man used to say. Like, yeah, it was a working horse. All these trains and locomotives were all working horses. You know, doesn't have to be a train. It could be a truck or a car or anything. They're all working horses. Anything that used to be used for working, for towing, for transport, or anything. You know what I mean? And now they're all laid at rest, never to be seen outside again. It's amazing how low this one is. Check out the roof, though. The roof is, I don't know when I said it's asbestos, guys. It looks crumbly. Maybe it is. Yeah, you wouldn't dare to cut through that. Fibers and stuff. Wow, this is an engine room. Check out this. I think they normally put 1 or 2 massive diesel engines in these things. It looks like there's one. For the engineersmen to build these things, you know what I mean? The sheer size of the pistons and everything else. Oh yeah, check that out. There's really not much, to be honest, in controls, and that was it. Look at, I don't know if you can see through the window there, guys. Yeah, I guess you got forward motion, reverse, neutral, throttle, brake, and then you got emergency brake, and you got whatever braking you had. I don't know. Comment below, guys, if you know a lot more about trains and railway than what I do, because I just haven't done enough research, and that's the problem. But I wanted to come down here and film and show you guys what this museum gives you, you know, and you can have a look for yourself if you come down, or if you live in the state. It's worth coming down and checking it out, guys. Seriously, especially if you love your history like me. It's brilliant. Well, walking out of the second shed, guys, and walking back into the first one, we're going to see if anything else is out here. But if not, I mean, I did say to myself I wasn't too keen getting on the little train ride, but maybe we will. We'll sit at the back, because I really want to film the Red Hen and show you guys. That'll be pretty much the last of this video then. I don't want to film too much today. I just wanted to come out here, guys, and it was the first vlog for the year, for 2026. But I've always wanted to come down here and film all the locomotives. But yeah, having no guide is just it does make it a bit hard. How cool is that? A model railway train setup. And there's the, I think that's the GAN that runs to Alice Springs and stuff. It's amazing the detail they've put in there. That's brilliant. A lot of hard work. I take my hat off to those people that have done all that.
That then goes to a drive shaft, a diff, and then from the diff, you've got 2 sprockets.
Okay, yeah.
that then have bike chains on them, and that goes down to the rear axle.
Oh wow. Mate, it seems complicated, but how long have you been working here?
About 5 years.
About 5 years. You enjoy it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone here is a volunteer except for 2 people. It's the business manager and maintenance manager.
Oh nice, okay, yeah. How's this, guys? We got access, like I said to you guys, I wanted to go see the Red Hen. I was gonna hop on the miniature train ride, but no, this young gentleman here is being nice enough to show us the Red Hen.
So here in the railway yard, you can actually see the 2 different types of narrow gauge we have here.
Yep.
So we've got 1'6" and 3'6". One, 4 feet and a half, and then from that one, the outermost one, that's 5'3".
All right. So what was so why had they done that? Like
This one was so you could fit 2 horses alongside each other. This one here is because it's called standard gauge, and everyone else in the world agrees that it is standard gauge.
All right. Okay.
And this one here is cheaper than 4 feet and a half by about 30%.
All right. Okay.
So,
Mate,
for instance, this rolling stock and that engine over there,
yeah,
that's an American 44-tonner.
Wow.
But the carriages behind it are Commonwealth standard, and they're based off British stuff.
Oh wow. Okay. So how'd they get here? So the
government bought it.
Okay. Yeah. So who owns all these locomotives?
That would be the God, I'm trying to remember now. That would be the History Trust of Australia, which is now the Education Department.
Okay. So you guys don't buy them and store them here, or?
No, we usually get them donated.
Oh wow.
These engines along here are ours.
Mate, it's just sad to see these things just resting, and these be like, you know, obviously hard-working horses, but a lot of them like don't even look that old, to be honest. Like,
for instance, these came out in about the 1950s, 60s, somewhere around there.
Well, I was born in 1980. You know what I mean? But why can't they use like the older trains? Like, you know,
because they're knackered, and they don't.
Really, they can't be restored.
They're very knackered. Like for instance, right, this thing here, this 801, it's not American, even though it looks American. It's English electric.
Yeah, I've never seen that here, like running. Why?
It's a shunting engine. We don't typically use it very often. Neither do we use 515 very often either, because again, this one's broad, that one's standard. We use them to shunt the rolling stock around.
Oh, and what are you saying? You're telling me they still run?
Yeah, they still run, these 2. These are our only working units.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, other than the 700 that we recently got.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other kettle of fish.
I think the only steam train that I was saying on camera before is Victor Harbour, isn't it? Or Goolwa? Steam train or Red Hen?
That'd probably be the Red Hen. But anyway.
I thought they had a steam train running, or maybe.
Oh, you're talking about the Cockle train line?
Oh, the Cockle train. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Cockle train used to be part of the heritage mob here.
Okay.
But ever since the railway line that was broad gauge got torn up.
Yeah.
Between here and Steam Ranger, the 2 entities just split into 2, and then they became their own separate things.
Yeah. So they don't run that anymore. You say? Oh,
not from here to here. Not from here to Mount Barker. Only from Mount Barker to Victor Harbour, because there's no connection.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The Cockle train. Now I remember the name.
But anyway, this is a Bluebird. It's one of the last ones of its type that actually works.
Okay. Used to run here in Australia, or?
Yeah, this was a South Australian engine built in South Australia.
Mate, the only one I remembered old when I went on the GAN from Adelaide to Alice Springs, and I remembered it was like this, but I think it was the orange type. They had like
that one was very different. That was the God, I'm trying to remember.
Or orange or silver, I can't remember.
It was silver.
Silver,
and it was the Bud car, which we have around the side there. I'll show you that in a moment.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the Red Hen here. There's 2
Oh,
units.
mate. Yeah.
This is the non-dual cab one, and then we have the dual cab one at the other end.
Yeah. Yeah. Unreal. So there you go, guys. When I was talking Red Hen, when I used to ride as a kid, these ones here, and I used to love these. The smell of the diesel and the leather, and you know what I mean. Doors and windows open on hot days, like. You know, you don't have to worry about air conditioning, but now it's all about comfort, style, and safety, isn't it?
Well, funnily enough, these things actually did get air conditioning because they came without it originally, and unfortunately, according to the maintenance logs that I've seen,
they were water-cooled, weren't they?
They were, and they weren't very good at their job. They had to have them refitted twice.
Yeah, yeah.
And people reported blue goo pouring out of the vents.
Oh, wow. I used to drive transport here in buses for 20 years.
Yeah.
Serco and something. Did, you know, as a job before I started YouTubing. And you guys probably know about that, but yeah. And then the old buses, they had to stop the air conditioning because there was Legionnaire disease.
Yeah, yeah.
In the water course, so
Yes.
they had to stop. And they didn't think of it. So whoever breathing that in is too bad, too sad. You're already like, you know. And it's especially. I don't know if you can answer this one. A lot of the old trains, did they obviously have asbestos?
Yes.
They did, yeah. And what they still do?
Yeah, a lot of them still do.
I noticed the roofing. Yeah, see, I was right, guys. Yeah, asbestos, that's nasty stuff.
Sometimes we just don't use it anymore. Other times we use some like foam stuff or whatever it is, but that's about it.
Yeah, but you don't cut through it if you do.
No, we don't use asbestos anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to say the old asbestos, if you had to cut through it,
Yeah, we would have to use proper protection equipment and stuff and notify the appropriate authorities.
Yeah. So this one is obviously, you can see the oil stains and everything, it still runs.
Yeah, originally they had Rolls-Royce engines, but those weren't typically good for the conditions here in South Australia.
Oh, really?
So they ended up getting replaced with V8 Detroit diesel engines, which you can just see right under there.
Oh, okay. So you drive these as well?
No, I don't. Although a lot of my friends here do.
Yep. So you haven't had a chance to drive one? Or?
No, not yet. Mostly because it's a little bit complicated compared to the more modern stuff.
Yeah, sure.
It's very mechanical. I'll put it that way. It's not not automatic. And the historical significance of them.
Yeah, okay.
For instance, we're not allowed to run these things on the public network at all because people can just open the sliding doors and stick their feet out.
Right, yeah.
If you ever remember that, where people used to just open the doors and have
Mate, I used to be a kid that used to sit there on the seat and used to watch out and chewing gum and throw it out, you know what I mean? And it was brilliant, you know what I mean? I used to love them, the smell of the diesel and, you know what I mean? The leather seats were comfortable, you know what I mean? And they were brilliant.
Again, so if we go this way, you'll see.
Mate, I really appreciate this, my friend, for showing me around, man. Like, that is awesome.
But no, you'll see triple gauge, which is a South Australian sort of thing. This was very common of a sight at Gladstone, Peterborough.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been, like, wondering why they had multiple tracks in one.
Because it's triple gauge.
Triple gauge.
Yep, it's so all engines in South Australia can run on it.
Right, makes sense. Okay, because not all trains run on one track. Right, okay. Now I see it. So you got two tracks in one.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. How far does this go?
Goes all the way up past the Aviation Museum and then stops because we're not connected to the main line anymore.
Okay, but you were?
We were, yes.
Okay.
We used to actually have the entire section where the new line is.
And how far would that go? To what? The city?
Yeah, to the city, yeah.
Oh, so you used to go to the far of the city, or?
No, well, we did when we were accredited, but not anymore.
Oh, you're not. Okay, so they stopped that.
Yep.
Oh, mate, yeah, that'd be.
Because again, one of the other problems with the older stock is that one, it doesn't fit the current modern standards that that the current metro uses.
Yeah.
For instance, these things wouldn't be allowed to run on it because they're a bit too wide and also a little bit too tall. And also the fact that if a power line falls on them, they're not insulated, so it turns it into an electric toaster.
Yeah, safety once again, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, okay.
So anyway, if we come this way, you'll see more dual gauge track. So this is 4 feet and a half and 3'6".
Mate, you know your tracks. How old are you, should I ask?
26.
Mate, so you've always been a train enthusiast.
Yes.
Mate, I love my railway, but I'm more into aviation. As a kid, man, I go into a cockpit and I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, I just want to press buttons, or I want to do the overhead, or the cabin sitting light. I went into I sat in a 737 years ago. I wasn't YouTubing. Shame I didn't, but yeah, it was a full-on cockpit before we took off from Adelaide to Melbourne. And one of the captains said, "Would you like to go and sit?" I sat in the seat. I was like, it was just awesome. All the controls and avionics. I was like, wow, man! Like, it was like a candy shop. You know what I mean?
I understand.
But yeah, it's amazing when you got a passion for something.
Oh, yeah.
Your eyes light up, don't they? You know what I mean? And I love trains. You know what I mean? Always been into trains and aviation.
So again, we've got more triple gauge here as well.
Oh, okay.
And also, you're probably wondering why the 1'6" or 457mm cuts across Well, these things are unboltable. We can lift them with a
You
crane.
can lift them. Okay, I see the, yeah.
So if we're doing shunting, we just take up a section of track and just move stuff.
Are they too heavy to lift?
By hand, yes.
Oh, wow.
We have to get a rattle gun or a wrench and just undo all the bolts and then move them off with a crane.
Yeah.
We can't do it by hand.
Crikey. So with these tracks, were they original? When were they laid? Like
these are track that basically came from wherever.
Wow.
So this is basically leftover stuff that was given to the museum.
Yeah, okay.
So you'll see the big 700 there and the 520 next to it.
Yep.
The 520s, if I remember correctly, they were the last steam locomotives to be produced in South Australia. The 701 or 703, sorry, over there is one of the last diesel engines that the SAR ever purchased.
Yeah. Yeah, I came filming it before, so that doesn't even look old.
No, it's not. They came out in about 1970.
Yeah, and that still runs?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
As my boss put it, it's a fully operational battle station.
Why don't they use it?
Because we don't really have a purpose for it.
Oh, right, yeah. Taking passengers or something.
Well, the idea is that we hope to get it running for a small...
Oh, mate, that'd be epic. I spoke to Steve before I come in today, and he goes, oh, he knows I was, you know, coming into YouTube today, and he goes, oh, if you come in on a certain month, like I think in April, because I'm just about to leave the country again. I'll go away for about 3 or 4 months in Asian countries, and I film different places. But when I come back in April or May this year, I'll come back here. It'll be winter time, but he said it's like a history week or something.
Yes.
And then you got more things operational, and yeah, man, I would love to ride a...
Yeah, it's History Month.
Yeah.
So we open up a lot of the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
How cool is that, guys? We got to see a red hen. It's amazing.
This is the Bud car.
A Bud car.
Bud car.
Okay.
B-U-D-D.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. So where'd they use these ones?
This was between Adelaide and Port Augusta, if I remember correctly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But once again, looks like they can still use it, but once again, they don't use it.
Well, again, yeah, we could use
no
this.
Purpose.
There is no purpose for it because we don't have a standard gauge line for it.
Yeah.
And the only thing that this thing is missing is a radiator.
Oh, mate, I'm sure you could probably find one, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we could, but again, it's expensive and it's not worth it.
Okay, yeah. So how do you guys go for parts?
Iffy. That's how we go for parts, because sometimes we get stuff in from donations, so we don't really bother just buying anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that people, you know, for instance, I went out to the mid-north, went looking for parts, right?
Yeah.
This one bloke who I know, and I do like going to see him, but my God, he was charging an arm and a leg and a head for these signalling lights and glass out of carriages and like equipment that we normally just get donated in for free.
Unreal. Yeah. So we're parts. You guys get funded, or is it you guys?
Well, it's a private organisation mainly.
Okay.
Right? It's not part of the. Not a private. It would be public, whereas the other ones are private because.
Yeah.
I think the bloke that owns the Maritime Aviation and Motor Museum up at Birdwood is all owned by the one organisation, except for the Railway Museum, which is owned itself by the Education Department, so it's technically a government entity.
Okay. Yeah. Mate, it's good, you know. And you volunteer here, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing, mate. I take my hat off to you volunteers to keep this place, because it's not just about trains, is it? It's history. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because if this place shut up, it was like the St Kilda Tram Museum. I filmed there as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The guys do a brilliant job, and if they all give up, you know what I mean? All those trams, where do they go? They probably just get sold, and that's it. You never see it again. That's history gone.
That's actually something that we do plan for in the preservation scene, because the museums do talk to each other.
Mate, they need to extend their track. Like going from the museum to the playground and back, you know, if they had even from here.
The problem is that they've got a bunch of old people there. It's in the middle of nowhere, and there's not many young people willing to work and volunteer at a place in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so I can probably see that shutting doors over the years, or you thinking, or
it probably will, and it has shut before.
Oh, wow.
Mostly because a lot of the people there are old.
Yeah, just retired. Yeah,
retirees, right? Like a lot of them are over the age of 70, 80, or 90. But also I should mention, General Motors diesel, made in Detroit, same as the ones on the red ends.
Okay. Unreal. So this is how you start the thing, is it? Out here?
No, this is just checking the systems.
Okay.
So every morning when we do our maintenance stuff right, we've got to check the oil and the pressure and the filters and make sure it's not marking its territory, which this one is.
Yeah, I can see.
But then again, she's not going to be running anytime soon, so that's not really a problem.
Yeah. Mate, I would love to come down here and see you guys start these things.
Well, sometimes we do start them, but that's very on-off, and it depends on whether or not we get the accredited people in to do
Ah, right, yeah. Approval and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to come back here and on a day that you guys have got things running and get the old, see the old locomotives move or even start, and then hop in one. That'd be brilliant. Good footage for you guys to see. To cart around passengers. Yep. We're gonna drag it with like a.
No, this is just it.
Oh, this is it.
This is it.
Okay.
This little rail motor.
Wow.
And it's currently being lovingly restored.
Oh man, that is awesome. So what's the engine on it? Like a diesel?
It was originally, I think, some sort of Pommy motor, which was like a little i4. I think we have one inside of the museum. I'll show you in a moment.
Oh man. So when do you reckon you'd be finishing this one?
Oh, probably at least not for another year.
Oh wow. Okay.
As long as they keep working on it.
Yeah, sure. Mate, that'd be really good.
And again, it won't have a working toilet, even though most of it all is.
I see the toilet back there.
Mostly because the toilets back in the day, they're just a hole in the floor.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you saying the shit goes on the...
Yep, and it was actually the rail crew's job to go out along the line and scoop it up over the line.
Wow. I mean, can't they just leave it? It's Mother Nature there will just wash it up.
No, because otherwise it'll rot the sleepers and tyres. The track gang doesn't like working with shit on the line.
There you go, there's a true fact for you guys. No shitting on the line because it will interfere.
In fact, that's why you have 3 shovels on steam locomotives. One's for coal, one's for cooking, and the other one's for shitting on.
Oh wow. No shit. Mate, that's awesome. It's amazing the information you'll learn. This orange one here, so what, as a matter of fact, okay, there was one with the bar, I think it was a green one. Is it a jail or is it a bank? There was one with the bars on the windows. I know along here, I walked along there.
No, that's just mail.
Oh, mail, because I know they had bars, and then they said there was a sign called guard, and I wasn't too sure when I was filming. I thought, I don't know, I'd rather use it as a bank, because I know they used to cut around money.
Oh no, they did used to cut around money as well.
Yeah, like a bank, and that's why they obviously used to get robbed back in the Western days, because it makes sense.
Well, funnily enough,
shillings and or dollars and all that, but
pounds mostly.
Pounds, and that's what I thought maybe it was a bank or a jail if they had to put someone there. So it was okay.
It was just it was both a passenger car, a mail car, and a guards van all in one. Oh well, never mind. Sometimes you do get things wrong in this life.
But mate, that is awesome with the project you guys are building.
I'll show you the motors they actually used to put in.
Yeah, okay.
So they were all small Pommy things. I think they were called boom motors.
Yep.
They weren't very powerful either.
But enough to pull the locomotive and that, you know what I mean? That's where you need to go, just to get going. That's where you really need, isn't it?
I think the top speed was like 45 miles an hour.
Okay. How fast do you want to go? That's the problem.
Well, not very fast.
Not very fast, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So this is the engine here?
No, this is one of the old red hen motors.
Oh, wow, okay. A Rolls Royce. Yeah.
So originally, yeah, Spencer, that's it. This would have been the original motor that would have gone on the brew car.
Okay, the one that you guys are building. Wow. So just like a 4-cylinder?
Yep, little teeny weeny 4-cylinder.
Yeah, okay. But it's amazing the power you get from this thing.
It's about 65, 63 horsepower.
And enough to do the job, you know what I mean?
And then of course they later upgraded to these things.
Oh wow, yeah, bigger again. Yeah, sure.
752.
Yeah, yeah. I've been looking inside the cabins as much as, and they look really. I think it was this one here. They look really clean, like restored. You know.
It's been partially restored. It's not perfect.
Okay.
If we were to restore it fully, we'd have to tear the whole thing apart and.
If they were going to start this thing, would this thing?
No.
It wouldn't work.
No.
That's it.
No, because
everything's seized up, or
on this, no, not seized up. It's just the fact that the boiler would need to be redone. The axle boxes would all need to be checked. The bearings would all need to be redone.
Yeah.
The cylinder heads would have to be checked.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact this side of the cylinder, which is a split block or whatever it's called,
okay,
not a monoblock. This cylinder needs to be replaced because it had poor firing at one point in its life, and it's a giant welded gash.
Yeah,
running along one of them.
I've got two questions, right? When I first coming in, I was obviously naming these wheels, but there's a name for them, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
And I was going to let the viewers, if anyone knows that, one of you trained enthusiasts.
I know the circle ones, which aren't these. I think these are bespoke ones. I'm not too sure.
So you don't just call them a wheel.
No,
I mean, I would, but
there are proper identifications for these types.
And what was the biggest steam locomotive they ever built? Was it the Big Boy?
Yeah, the Big Boy was one of the biggest steam locomotives.
And where did they have that? Do you know? They wouldn't be
the United States.
United States. Okay, yeah. Right, of course, not in Australia.
No. I think the biggest one in Australia would have to be the D57 Lazy Lizzies in New South Wales.
Oh, New South Wales.
Yes.
Wow.
They're a 284, and they were ugly as absolute sin, but they were powerful as buggery. Wow. And they really did earn the nickname Lazy Lizzies because those things could move literal mountains of cargo in one go.
Oh, mate, the power in these things they used to tow, or pull, you know what I mean?
Well, this thing only has around about 37,000 tractive effort.
Unreal.
And that's
were these more powerful, if you're comparing these, were these more powerful to a diesel engine? What would be more?
Depends. Because it...
Pressure, diesel, and steam and coal.
It depends on where the locomotive is running and what line it's on. That was why you have specifically different designs for those environments.
Wow, okay. I've seen on YouTube, I don't know if, watching other YouTubers and stuff in history, when I've seen these things explode, and mate, the wires and the rods and it looks nasty, doesn't it? I know, I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh yes.
And what makes them explode? Is it
too much pressure?
Too much pressure. It's like a kettle, almost like, you know.
Well, yeah. Essentially, what you're working with is a homemade pipe bomb.
Oh wow.
That's what steam boilers are. They're just pipe bombs with a release valve.
Mate, I take my hat off to the people that build the miniature steam. I mean, this is the exact same thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just miniature.
Yes.
Mate, the work that goes in them. How do you start building one of them? You know, like where do you start? You buy parts and you.
Well, you buy the materials, you put it together, and you make a mini version of it.
Unreal. I wouldn't even know how to start or even move one. You got
it's a very fine art.
Okay.
Because everything is for a purpose.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been at one running?
I have, yes.
Oh wow.
We have two very small steam engines here at the museum that do run.
Okay.
We also have Perron.
What here?
Yes.
So steam. Okay.
Yes, we do have two steam engines that run. We used to have three, but that one's been mothballed.
What, in this shed or the other one?
Other one.
Other one. Wow, mate, that'd be awesome to hear them. But how long does it take? Because I know when I watch a bit of history, how long does it take to warm up? And it takes what, hours, doesn't it?
Depends on the size of the boiler, because depending on the surface area and heating area of the firebox and the boiler itself. So that's this part and this part mainly. It depends. Yeah. So depending on the surface area of the firebox. Now what you're working with, right? So that's your firebox on the inside of here, or at least your ash pan area anyway. That is where the coal usually goes. So it sits somewhere in here-ish. Okay. Right. And what you want is not the actual fire. What you want is heat and combustible gases that go up, hit this like little plate or arch, that then moves the, heat and gases up through here and then through on into the tubes into the boiler So the tubes, right, they are carrying the heat and the combustible gases
Right.
that heat up the copper tubes or whatever, and that basically heats up the water into steam. Now this thing here is fitted with I think a superheater, and superheaters are essentially how you recycle spent heat and steam. So
Yeah.
you've got this whole mess of tubes on the inside of the boiler that, you know, make it get up faster and get better pressure. This is the steam shaft.
Oh, look at this. Access, guys. This is awesome.
Locos.
Nate, this reminds me when I was a kid. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes.
The blue one.
Well, this is the engine we used at Thomas Fest.
Oh, mate, look at that. Man, this is epic now. Like, this is epic. This has made my day. I actually went on one many years ago. That was in Semaphore. I wasn't filming. The Bill, was it Bill the stick?
Yes,
yeah.
Bill.
So yeah. So
So
that.
we've got Bill and Bub. Those are
Yeah.
our two
So
steamers.
Bill, it goes from Semaphore upwards and then comes back. Brilliant. I think it still runs.
Yes.
It does. Yeah.
Run by the volunteers.
Oh, mate, look at the way. I mean, this is just like the one in there, isn't it? You know what I mean? If they can make this, why can't they make a bigger one and keep them running?
It costs too much.
Oh, mate, the price of it would be, yeah.
And also not only the restoration work, but then we've got to get them accredited, insured.
Yeah.
And then what are we going to do with them once we've spent all the cash?
Unreal.
And also we'd have to get a qualified driver
So that's the
as well.
firebox, correct?
Nope.
Nope.
Smoke box.
Smoke box. Right. Sad.
to do it
So obviously these fill up with water.
Yep, those are your sight glasses, and they tell you how much water's in the boiler.
Okay. And then brake. Nope.
No.
Nope. See, I wouldn't even know.
These are your blowers.
Okay.
Right, for your blowing of water.
Yeah.
Injector, I think, and sight glass.
So what are the main
Firebox.
ones you're using when you're out on track? Is it using all of them?
All of it.
Oh mate, that's too much. I'm an autopilot guy, you know what I mean? Press the button and there you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
There's no autopilot here.
No,
It's all mechanical.
It's all mechanical. Hey, that's
No,
unreal.
AI is not replacing this job at all.
So when does this one go out on
It's
special
going
days?
out tomorrow, if I remember
wow.
correctly.
Oh, look at that, and that's coal.
Yep.
Is
proper
that
coal.
so? Oh, so this is not your normal coal that you put in a Weber, no?
No,
Okay.
this is proper locomotive coal.
Wow. So what's the difference between that stuff and you use in your barbecue?
Briquettes, which is
Okay.
basically a byproduct of crude oil.
Okay. And it gets hotter?
Well, no.
Burns easier, or
This burns at a much more even rate compared to, say, briquettes. With briquettes, you want more heat, right? And they have different heat temperatures, right? Coal burns at an even, steady rate, which is
Right.
what you want for when you're making steam.
Yep.
Briquettes, on the other hand, unless you have a specifically designed boiler, will not be able to handle that type of coal.
Right. Okay. I'm with you. Yeah. Okay. Because I always thought, yeah, when you looked, I'm thinking it also looks like rock, but painted black.
No.
No, that's what it looks like, you know. But yeah, and when I look, I'm thinking, oh, surely it's not the same coal that we use in a barbecue.
No.
No, it's not now.
We used to actually fire this thing on briquettes,
Okay.
but it doesn't really like briquettes.
It's not recommended. Yeah.
No, mostly.
So this is the birthing room, should I say?
steam shed, as we call
A
it.
steam shed? Yeah. Wow. Mate.
But anyway, we've got Perron over here, which is our other loco, and that's currently needing a lot of work
This is
done.
awesome, guys.
Our machinery and everything else.
1919 in Scotland.
Yep, and they're still currently doing work on it. Seems like they're replacing a few parts here and there.
Wow.
Or at least very much touching up. And this,
So I'm guessing there's a body that goes on top of this.
yeah,
and
this is where the boiler goes.
the boiler. Yeah.
So you can see
sure.
here, this is your cradle, or at least that's
Right.
what it's called. This is your blast pipe.
Okay.
So this is where the steam exits.
Okay.
So after it goes through the cylinders, through these big holes here via a pipe system from where the oil or smoke box usually sits,
Yeah.
the spent steam goes up through this pipe and goes straight out through the funnel.
Mate, how did you educate all this stuff? Did you just do a lot of research?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is all my independent research.
Mate, I take my hat off to you, brother. Like, seriously, like, yeah, it's a lot of knowledge. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of knowledge, and you've got right into it. Mate, I appreciate your time, mate. What's your name?
Owen.
Owen, Ben,
Pleasure,
or
Ben.
Benno, or Benno. You can call me Benno.
Problem.
Give me a week, my friend, and I'll just be uploaded. And you'll see yourself. And mate, I'll advertise you guys as much as I can. It's hard because a lot of the viewers that you guys know, they're from Vietnam and all around the world. But you know, if they come here, they know where to find you guys, and I'll put all the information and destination down below, guys, and the location of this joint. It was $20. I mean,
yes.
look what you get: train rides, and all the steam locomotives and diesel and all the history. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And man, I'm glad I bumped into you and you've shown me some parts of it. Not even people got to do this. It's like, you know, I feel grateful. I really do.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. All right, mate. Too easy. Till next time.
Not a problem.
All right.
Take care, brother. I shall see you next time.
No worries, Owen. See you, mate. What an absolute guy, Owen. Man, I was just about to go into that little train ride, you know, and I said, I wasn't really keen to just see the Red Hand, and he took me to some spots, you know, to show me around. Yeah, I think I did say I was only going to film for about 20 or 30 minutes. I don't know how much I've filmed. I've gone to 2 batteries so far. I don't want to make it an hour vlog, so maybe it could be a 40-minute vlog. My apologies if it's longer than that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to sign out from here. First vlog for the year, so yeah, this is probably going to be a good one. I'll cut some parts out, some boring parts is what I do. I normally might edit my videos in CapCut. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, comment, guys, comment. I love to see your comments. I don't get enough comments. If anything, that's the most important thing on my YouTubing career is comments, guys. I love seeing, I don't know what it is, I just love seeing people's comments, because it goes, hey Ben, like you know, I love what you're doing, or I love that scene, that place, or you know what I mean, how do we get there and stuff. I can always help you guys out. But yeah, check out my Instagram as well, guys. Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. I'll do some more TikTok lives as well. So yeah, subscribe to the TikTok channel, and I shall see you guys next time, wherever I'm going to be. But I do have more planning of trips coming up very, very soon, guys. I've also got some giveaways as well on the next upcoming trip, guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, you'll see me where I'm going to be vlogging next. From Mr. Benno himself, signing out.